Rafa said, we're going to give you a look around, everyone. So this is our little campsite for the next 2 days. We're down the back corner, right away from all the caravanners and that, which is fantastic. Rafa can just roam around. So got the Snow Peak fire pit set up, so we're going to cook on that tonight, probably do some steaks or whatever. Sit around the fire, have a few beers, get a table and the old chairs. Roz hopefully be down tomorrow to join us for dinner, guys. She's looking after her mum at the moment, so hopefully Rosie can make it down tomorrow. We're only like half hour away from Innisfail, everyone, just south of Innisfail. So the old, me cooking gear, me King's, all me cooking gear in the King's thing there, and out of a tree branch, which is good. The old BT50 and the box trailer, everyone, which I had a mishap with this morning. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. If you're wondering what it was, these things here. Bloody, those things tilted. I didn't lock them back in and she tilted back because of the weight of the camping gear, and yeah, so she scraped along the road and I have severed my number plate light cable. So beauty. What's left in there? The old bloody big King's bag there with me sleeping gear in there, me doona and blanket. Stretcher there, I'm going to sleep on a stretcher. And the other good thing about having a box trailer for your camping gear, guys, there's my 200 watt King solar panels, and you just get these Bunnings bungee cords and anything like that. You can just bungee cord to the, you know, tables and that, bungee cord upright in the trailer so they don't take up so much room. So there's my solar panels there. Really happy with the box trailer. Just put stuff in there, guys. It's bloody, don't have to load the BT50 up. There's me King's trunk, toolbox, and you know, I put me Blue Eddy power station and all that type of stuff in there. Starlink's in there, not that I'm going to be using Starlink here, guys, but you know, I've got my Starlink in there and everything, so I'm just leaving it hooked up at the moment. If I do need to put Starlink up, it'll go on this pipe here. And for those new to the channel, you've probably seen this before. I'm running a 120 amp hour iTech World battery box in there with a 40 amp DC charger, and I've got rid of the angle, if you didn't know, everyone. I haven't got rid of it, it's still in the shed, but I'm running the 50 litre King's fridge in the BT just to give it a go, and it's been working really good. And the good thing about this is my angle used to open from there, so I used to open the angle, it was like a rear opening one. The good thing about the King's fridge, everyone, is it is side opening. So I just open that up and I've got easy access to it, and I can access it through this big window. So it works out better for me, the King's fridge. And I want to test it out anyway, so it's strapped down onto the old Titan drawers, which has been in there for nearly 10 years and still going strong. So yeah, we'll give the King's fridge a run. Can only try it out, eh? People are asking me, no use buying it and not testing it out. So, but it's running perfectly at the moment. It's sitting on 2 or 3 degrees there, working really good. The old Wild Peaks, Falcon Wild Peaks, are going really well. There are a lot of people asking me how the Wild Peaks are going. Real good, everyone. So there is my new gazebo, the Vevor 12 foot by 12 foot hexagonal gazebo, vevor.com.au, and it was a nightmare to set up today, guys. Something got stuck and it wouldn't open up properly. But anyway, once I solved that problem, the other problem was the wind. So setting these up in strong winds can be a problem. Once you get them pegged down, they're fine. But once they are pegged down and set up, I mean, they're fine. The wind's not going to affect them at all. If you've got to put your walls on the outside, if it's going to rain, then you might have to put some guy ropes off here. But at the moment, no guy ropes. It's just pegged down to the ground using my screw-in pegs. Excuse my shadow there. So yeah, just screw it around about 6 different places. So I'm going to sleep in there tonight on the stretcher. If it's going to rain, which I don't think it's going to, according to the weatherman, I'd put a couple of walls up which just Velcro on really, really easy. So let's go in and have a look. Doing everything one hand makes it hard. So, and the other good thing, there's my sea gear mat, 3 metre by 3 metre sea gear mat. Fits in there perfectly. Just pull the ends out underneath. Rafa's coming in to check it out. So I'll just set the stretcher up along here tonight. Rafa's bed can go over there, so we're going to sleep under here. They say it's waterproof to 1500 millimetres, so that's good. And if it's going to rain, and any rain coming in from the east, guys, from the ocean, I'll just tack a couple of walls on, probably one over here, one there, and just keep the rain off. Got Rafa some nice cold water. So there's our little kitchen, and the good thing is if there's bloody lot of flies and that around, I can just zip the door up nice and easy. I don't need to, because we're pretty lucky here. We don't get a lot of flies in Innisfail, but when you get inland you certainly do. So I've just got a little Bunnings table set up there, 10 litre water jerry for my brew water and all that type of stuff in the morning. My little Blue Eddy Elite 100 power pack, so if I need to charge my torches or my phone or anything, I can just do it off the little Blue Eddy. I got that off eBay, everyone. Little thing, all the cables and that in the side, but fantastic there. I can run Starlink off that if I need to. I'm not running Starlink, I've got reception down here, but just got the Camp Master jet boil, if you want to call it that, for a brew in the morning. My tea, coffee, sugar, olive oil, the Rafa chopping board, Terry G's chopping board. How simple is that? But that's all you need, everyone. Got me rubbish, me pop-up rubbish bin. And if I need to tack on some walls, there's the gazebo bag there. Grab a couple of walls, go out, tack them on, and Bob's your uncle. Really quick and easy. If you've seen my video, you'll see how quick and easy it is to set up. So in the Kings Plus 50 litre esky, I was nearly going to say fridge then, the 50 litre esky there, really happy with that. That held block ice for 4 days, guys, and I still had a bit left over. So at the moment, I won't open it up, but I've just got my drinks in there, some Coke, some beers, some water bottles, and some ice. I just put some block ice in this morning, and then pulled into the servo, grabbed a couple of bags of firewood and a bag of ice, and just tipped some, I'll give you a quick look, and just threw some party ice in on there, guys. So got a bottle of wine there for Roz tomorrow if she turns up or whatever, and just a couple of Bunnings boxes here, everyone. Just the food in there, just some biscuits and some sauces, some chips, salt, pepper, all that type of stuff. Bread rolls and hot dog rolls in there. So there's the tucker box, and this one here got me little just some disinfectant wipes, some alfoil, hand towel, all that type of stuff in there. So yeah, and that just goes in the box trailer as well. So how good is this? So if it does rain, we're under cover, it's waterproof. If it comes in from the side, I'll throw a couple of little light walls on, wherever direction the rain's coming in. But there's plenty of room here. Look at this. This afternoon, I'll set the stretcher up here. I'm going to sleep under here tonight with Rafa. Plenty of room to set a couple of stretchers up. Doubles as a kitchen. The flies and mozzies are bad. Sit in here. I've hung my little light up there. Turn that on tonight. Zip up. If there's mozzies around, we can sit in here and not get eaten by mosquitoes. There you go. So I won't bother with that at the moment. We'll give you a walk around. There's a toilet block over there, toilets and hot showers just there. There's a camp kitchen up there if I want to do some washing up. The beach is just over here. I'll show you that in a minute. And we're down here in the corner by ourselves. How good is that? In the shade, heaps of trees around. Nice shady area. And this afternoon, about 4 o'clock, I'll chop some firewood up and we'll get the fire going. And we're going to have a sizzle up of some steaks or something tonight. Steak and cheese burgers, I think, tonight for dinner. Rafa said, I'll have some steak, thanks, Dad. And look at this, nice shady area with some green grass to sit around with the chairs and take it nice and easy. Fish filleting place just up over there. I don't think I'll be needing that. If anyone watches the channel, you know how useless I am. Right, let's go and have a look at the beach quickly. Cool little A-van. Now, I like the little A-vans, and this mob here's worked out a way to put a canvas thing. I always wondered about the A-vans and having some sort of awning out off the side. Anyway, they've worked out some sort of canvas awning there that they've got made up, and to give them some shade. That was always the concern with the A-vans, is how do they put an awning out off the side? They've worked out a way. So here's our little walkway to the beach. Pretty windy today, guys. Real windy, as a matter of fact. Hopefully it dies off this afternoon, and if the high tide will come down and flick us off plastic. He said they've been catching a few queenies and that off the beach. So there you go, Cowley Beach, everyone. mouth of Liverpool Creek down there. I've actually got onto a couple of good fish. I caught a barrow at the mouth of there many years ago when you could drive down there along the beach. Can't do it anymore, they've stopped that. And here we go. Here's old mate, got his fishing rod and his dog. The Bernard Islands out there, you've seen them a million times. So that's literally 50 metres from my campsite. We walk down, look at this. How good is it? North Queensland. Have a look at it. There's me, Rafa, and one other bloke and his dog. Don't get much better than that, eh? Roz and I came down here a couple of weeks ago, guys, and big exercise, army exercise, Talisman Sabre, and the Navy were out there doing all their amphibious practice. There was a big South Korean amphibious ship off there, HMAS Canberra, I think, was out there. And the big beach all the way up there is all army territory. Yeah, they practice their amphibious landings here. And down behind that headland there is Marillion Harbour, where they export all the sugar. Told you that a million times, but got a lot of new people on the channel, guys, who probably don't know where I live and all that, but I'm up here in about an hour south of Cairns, everyone. So live in a banana and sugar cane town called Innisfail. And as I said, that's where all the raw sugar gets exported. There's a ship coming out there, out of Marillion Harbour. He's probably full of raw sugar and taking it overseas. And those islands you see are the Bernard Islands. When I had a boat, we used to go out there a fair bit, so absolutely beautiful. Very windy, apologise if it's wind noise. And right down in the distance there is Dunk Island, and that is directly off Mission Beach. You've probably heard of Mission Beach. Absolutely cracking place down there, guys. Really good. Hopefully my son's bringing his bar crusher up there soon, and we're going to get out the reef for a fish. Wouldn't want to do it today, she's a bit windy, but yeah, beautiful boat ramps and that at Mission Beach, all sheltered and nice and close to the barrier reef for a fish. So my son's all kitted up with a beautiful reef boat now, guys, so look out. Mr. Buckarooni's going to change his luck with fishing. But anyway, I might go back, have another setup here, why not? And then this afternoon, it's low tide at the moment, hopefully tide will start coming in and we can come down late this afternoon and flick a soft plastic off the beach and see if we can pick something up, Queenie or whatever. Probably a shovel nose, if anything. What do you reckon, Rafa? And tomorrow morning we're going to go for a walk right up there, and bloody, it's just beautiful along here, it really is. Grab a couple of coconuts, might husk a coconut with a machete. Try doing that in Victoria. Not allowed to have them. Not coconuts, machetes. Right, back for another beer. Yeah, well, that's a cracking little campsite, isn't it? Down here in this corner. Got the shade there, that just makes it, doesn't it? Those trees and the shade. Sit around there, and then got the gazebo set up over here. I might zip that up actually so the doesn't bloody flap around. The more it flaps around, I guess the more it can be damaged. There you go. When you set it up, you just pull these things out, guys, and it pops out, and then you pop the roof up. And it was a bit hard in the wind, I must admit. In windy conditions, that was a bugger to put up. With a second person, it would have been fine. Just get one on each side, one there, one on the other side, one there, and then I can go in and bloody pop the roof up when Roz holds one side of it. So it would have been a lot easier with two people. It was a bit hard by myself this morning in the wind. Rafa's, he's not much of a help. Are you, Raf? He said, my legs are too short, Dad, to help you. Anyway, let's grab another beer out, eh? Actually, why did I zip that up? Good thing about the gazebo, keeps everything in the shade. The Eskies in the shade under there. You know, it's just bloody... This is the way I like to camp, everyone. Just have this type of gazebo. I'm really impressed with this. Once it's set up, really, really good. And so if you're only going out for a few days, this is all you need. Is a bloody an Esky. Hang on, I'll just set this up on the tripod. Let's grab one out. I'm on the 4X Summers, everyone. Rightio, time to get the phone charged so I can watch the footy on KO tonight. A couple of good games on tonight too, so turn him on. Turn the DC on. DC's on. Righto. Plug him in. A little blue Eddie. How handy is this? Bloody really handy actually. Charge him up, ready for the footy. Time for an afternoon brew, I think. Oh, Kim, where's the bloody issues? There we go. Well, Yorkshire tea. Some sugar. Righto, wait for that to boil. Rightio. Oh, geez, that's hot. Bloody diddly donk. Why does this thing always fall in the tea? Bit of moo juice. I've just strung me party lights up. I'll give you a look at them tonight. They're just string lights on a little, like a fishing reel thing. You reel them out and got different modes. Yeah, so, the park manager just come down and said g'day. He lost his little dog the other day to a bloody paralysis tick of all things. So, yeah, and he got the fire going. And just over the road from the caravan park, everyone, is the Cowley Beach Community Hall, and they have drinks there on Friday. He said, you're going down for a few drinks at the community hall. And I said, I've just started the fire up, otherwise I would have gone down. But then it puts me behind the 8 ball with me cook up, just doing some thing. Anyway, got the fire pit going. Burn the wood in. If you're going to cook over the fire, guys, always burn it in nice and early. Someone's just come in with a hardcore camper there, setting up. That's a bloody good little spot too. But this one here, if you ever come to Cowley Beach, guys, and you want to have a nice little camp in this corner, and it goes up past there, so this whole corner from that big tree up there to that tree and here, that's all one campsite. So you could have a couple of people in here. It's called the Magic Spot. So if you ever come to Cowley Beach, ask for the Magic Spot. It's unpowered, and that's all we need anyway. But this is a cracking little spot. Rafa said, come on Dad, get them German sausages on please. He said, I'm getting hungry. Righto, early dinner guys, so I'm not cooking in the dark. I'm on a bit of a lean here too, I just realised, but anyway, we'll make it work. Righto, let's melt some butter. We'll get the German sausages on. Stay on there. Righto, just levelled him up a bit. A couple of big knackwursts, guys, out of from Coles. You get them in a packet, German sausages. Righto, let's sizzle them up. Flip. Oh, look at it browning up nicely. Beautiful. These German sausages, guys, if you haven't had them fried up like this, they are bloody beautiful. I reckon they leave normal sausages for dead. Righto. Righto, so those German sausages they're already cooked, guys. You just got to bloody sizzle them up, cook them through. So this one here, the old Polish sauerkraut, straight out off the pickled veggies aisle in Coles or Woolworths. So I'm going to put some sauerkraut in there and just heat that through now, and then we'll be eating. Righto everyone, let's go. I'm going to put 2 on 1. Pissy little bloody hot dog rolls, aren't they? Bit of sauerkraut over the top. Oh, I bloody love sauerkraut. Put it in the comments, guys. Do you eat sauerkraut? Fried up like this. It is bloody beautiful. Especially on a German hot dog. Can't beat it. Righto. Rafa said I might have one of them. Okay. Put that down there on the grass so I don't burn the... Right. Let's see if I can eat them now. Rightio, so here we go, guys. Bit of mustard and tomato sauce. Not a bratwurst, what are they called? Something wurst. And some sauerkraut. Oh. You ever been to the four-wheel drive shows? And there's that German hot dog stand there. They're the best hot dogs ever, that bloke. Absolutely beautiful, those German hot dogs at the four-wheel drive shows. He goes to all the shows. I think Woolworths has got a better range of German sausages. You can get the bratwurst. I think bratwurst is the nicest. That's a knackwurst. They're a thicker sausage, but the bratwurst are bloody beautiful as well. Any of those wurst German sausages, very, very tasty. I think they have pork in them, mainly a pork sausage. Very, very nice. Anyway, I'm going to smash these. Wash it down with a Jameson's whiskey and Coke. I've just stoked the fire up, going to get the fire going, and it's 6 o'clock tonight. I'm going to put KO on the phone and I'm going to watch the footy. There's 2 cracking games on tonight. Storm and Bulldogs and Penrith and Canberra. How good's that? The top 4 playing off tonight. Someone's down here looking at me going, come on Dad, drop a bit of German sausage down here for me. He's just had a little doggy food, but I'll give him a bit of German sausage, just a little bit, shouldn't it? As long as there's no onion and that in there, he should be right. Alright. See you a bit later tonight after dinner. Got the stretcher set up. Me and Rafa just sleeping in the gazebo tonight. Looked at the weather forecast. Beautiful and clear all night. Actually, it's clear for the rest of the week. Gee whiz, I wish we had more weather like this. This is absolutely beautiful, guys. It's getting on in August and this is the best time of the year. It really is. Warm days, cool nights, just cracking camping. Seen Victorian number plates and that over here. All the Mexicans up for the beautiful weather. Don't blame them. They come up to North Queensland in winter time, guys, to get out of the cold weather, and I do not blame them. That's what it's all about. Anyway, tea's done, everyone. German hot dogs. Now it's time to get the last out of the cracking day that we had. Sit out on the beach, wait for the sun to go down. Then we'll go back, sit around the campfire, watch a couple of footy games on KO on the iPhone. I know you're probably thinking, fuck, that's not back to basics. I love me footy, everyone. Me Friday night footy. If you can get it, I still like to watch it. Sit around the fire and it's going to be good. This is what it's about, eh? Taking not that I'm under a lot of pressure, guys. I don't work anymore and all that. But there is no better way to relieve the stress of life than to go out and go camping and just relax like this. You're stuck in the cities, get out, guys. Get out and do this type of stuff. It's bloody good for your mental health. It's just good for your well-being. You've got to get out and do it. Life's too short to sit around and just bloody work to live. Don't live to work is the saying. So, alright, for me, I'm retired now, but for you guys out there working, try and make time. Bring your families out. Get out and enjoy life. What's Grain Cahill say? Suck the guts out of life. Exactly. No better saying is there. Anyway, time to sit back and just bloody have a drink, look out to the islands and relax. Could be a fish out there with my name on it, you know. It might not be too. Me party lights up. There's a bloody curlew over here running around there. Am I watching the footy? How good's that? Hey, me and Raf just come for a walk down the beach. Only a couple hundred metres from where we're camped, everyone. So this is the place where I did the cook-up, the little 240 volt cook-up on the Blue Eddy power station. So we've come down, and the reason is I've grabbed the coconut. So Rafa loves eating coconut, so we're going to husk that with me machete, go down and have a drink of the water out of it, and going to eat the white flesh. When you get the dried coconuts like this, and there are thousands of them around here, there's no shortage of coconut trees here at Cowley Beach. If you get these ones here with the brown that have been off the tree for a while, guys, not the green ones. The green ones are beautiful. The milk, or the water, sorry, not the milk, the water inside the green coconuts is absolutely beautiful, and the flesh you'll find soft. You can still eat it, but it can be soft. This one here, you get the water out of, the water's still drinkable, and you'll find the white flesh is very hard and chewy, but very, very nice. So if you get a nice bit of thing. So I'll show you how to husk this and then get the white flesh out of it. Last night, I couldn't get to sleep, guys. I woke up and I thought, what is that noise? And only thing I can think of, there's a heap of coconuts around, and they've got a perfectly round hole eaten in them. And I think, what does that? Well, last night, I think there must be rats around. And last night, all I could hear was unk, 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 like teeth grinding on something. And I got a funny feeling that the rats are eating through the coconuts to get to the water and the white flesh. It's the only thing I can think of. And the lady camping in the next camp spot said she heard it too last night. So Rafa didn't give a shit anyway. He was sound asleep, but I could hear it and it was pissing me off. I didn't get a lot of sleep because all I could hear was this bloody, what I think was a rat chewing through a coconut. So there you go. I'll have to get out tonight and see if I can get the torch on him and see what it is actually trying to eat through the coconuts. But anyway, we'll sit here and have a relax. Hopefully Roz is coming out this afternoon. I think Elvin from the Adventuring Pals is coming through, guys, and on his way to Cooktown. So we might catch up with Elvin this afternoon, which would be good. Hopefully Rozzie's going to come down for dinner. We're going to do some steaks on the barbecue. We went into Silkwood this morning, grabbed a coffee and a toasted sandwich in at Silkwood, which is the next little town down. So yeah, just to fill in a bit of the time. Anyway, we'll have a 10-minute relax. We'll go back and we'll husk this coconut and we'll show you how to get the flesh out of it, eh? Righto, see this thing here, it's all the Vicks? That is called a machete. We're allowed to have them up here in Queensland, unlike you guys there, because they trust us Queenslanders with sharp objects. So, on a serious note, what a ridiculous decision that was. Unbelievable. I feel sorry for you guys down there. Anyway, let's see if I can get the husk off this coconut without taking my fingers off, eh? Come on. I usually go better after a few beers doing this. A bit more accuracy. Tell you what, you don't want to get it wrong, let me tell you. Should be a quick trip to the hospital. You think they're big coconuts, and then when you husk them, they're midgets. Anyway, here's what it is. Come on, you can do it. Right everyone, say good day to my little mate Wilson. Where's his mouth? There he is. I was going to get a texter and put a smiley mouth on him. So that took a little bit to get him out, but there you go. There's a, as I said, they're about that big, and then when you husk them, but that's not a bad coconut. There's certainly plenty of water in there. Now what you can do is crack it in half, or what I prefer to do is try and get the water out before I crack it, so I don't get all the hair through there, which is going to happen anyway. So what we'll do here is get a sharp implement, and you've got to dig into his, and that's not the right tool for the job, Buck. I wonder if I can get it with a machete. Yeah, there we go. Only just. Dig that out. Righto. So I need to get something that, oh no, fingernail might. Need something a little bit sharper to puncture that. Doesn't matter what you do, you still get all the fur in there. So there we go, the water's coming out now everyone. So I'll sit here and shake the water out of the coconut. You can see it coming out there. I can punch another hole in one of his eyes there and that'll come out a lot quicker, but I don't have the right tool for the job. Oh yeah, that's nice and sweet. It's not as sweet as when you get them green, guys, but it's still bloody nice. It really is. So anyway, I'll shake the water out of this. We'll come back, we'll have a sip, and then I'm going to show you how to crack a coconut perfectly in half. All going well. Rightio, so that's over half that big orange cup of just coconut water, guys. Is there a better thing in the world, more versatile than a coconut? You can use everything off a coconut. You can use the leaves. Roz's mum can use the leaves to make baskets out of them, woven baskets. The nut, use the shell. You can bloody squeeze the husk and get coconut milk out of it. You can get oil out of it. You can use the husk to bloody light fires and that. Just incredible. The water out of it can keep you alive. We'll give it a go. I've already tasted a bit. It's sweet. Oh yeah. Now a couple of them keep you alive for the day. Here, Rafa. Rafa doesn't mind that. So now I'm going to show you how to crack a coconut, everyone. So I've got the water out of it. We don't want to crack it around his head like that. Okay, we want to go the other way, around the, just pretend that's the globe. We're going to crack it around the equator. Just imagine that's planet Earth. You want to crack it around the equator, not the way there, around that way. And what we're going to do is get the machete and not use the sharp edge. We're going to use the blunt edge, and we're just going to tap it and just rotate it around. Just keep doing it, and eventually it'll start to form a crack. And if you can get it in the middle, there you go. I just heard a dull thud like hit me in the head. All right, she's starting to go now. So you don't need a lot. Just keep tapping it around the equator, and a crack starts to form. There we go. Not quite in half, but not too bad. There you go. That's what we're after. We're after that white flesh out of the coconut now. Has anyone seen one of my old ones where I do a coconut curry chicken? And when I was in Papua New Guinea, everyone, I bought, or was presented, I can't remember now, a little wooden stool, and it had a coconut scraper on there. And you can get them on eBay. And what you do is you sit there with the coconut scraper there and you scrape it, and it gives you beautifully scraped coconut. And what you can do then is squeeze that and get the milk, actually coconut milk and coconut cream, out of that white husk. But I haven't got the scraper here today. But what I am going to do, everyone, is get a nice sharp knife. The best thing to do this with is a bread and butter knife, believe it or not. Once you get the first bit done, it's a lot easier. So bear with me. I'll just get this first bit. Once you get the first bit out, you're cooking with gas then. No, come on. right down to the husk. Careful not to bloody... Here we go. This should go on close now. Here we go. So there you go. I've got the first little bit out. And even if you get a bit of that brown stuff on the other side, you can still eat that. That's fine. Oh, that is beautiful. If you've got kids in that, they'd love it, eh? Get a coconut off the beach, husk it with your machete, get the water out, drink the water. Try not to get all the fur in there. I'll need John Cadogan's Manscaper to give that a shave. And then once you've done that, I've got a little wedge out there now. It becomes a lot easier to get it. So you just cut it down as far as you can. And you need a bread and butter knife, I find, is the best. This, there you go, there's another wedge there. Guess who loves this stuff, everyone? Rafa. Rafa loves coconut meat. And get another bit. Roz just rang. Just coming down to say good day. There you go. Just go around. If the kids are doing it, give them a bread and butter knife. Don't give them a sharp knife. Just go around, get your little wedges out. That brown stuff on the outside is perfectly fine to eat. Sit there munching on this all day now. It's bloody beautiful. When you get the older coconuts, the coconut meat, it's a lot chewier. Very nice still. Got that beautiful coconut creamy flavour when you chew it. Really good. And instead, if you scrape that, squeeze it, that's how you get your coconut milk, coconut cream out of it. Up in Papua New Guinea, everyone, they take out of thousands of coconuts, they get the meat out and they smoke it over a fire and dry it out, and then they squeeze that, and that's how they get coconut oil. If you've ever cooked with coconut oil, they kind of dehydrate it in a way and smoke it in a smokehouse, and then just get that and squeeze it on a big press, and coconut oil comes out. Roz's mum, you can also scrape the flesh, boil it up, and the oil floats to the top. And in the old days, Roz's mum, being Torres Strait Islanders, they've got fuzzy hair. Their mum used to rub coconut oil from the coconuts through the girls' hair to keep their hair nice and soft, so it didn't go too bloody curly on them, and just rub coconut oil through there. As I said, there's so many uses for coconuts, it's not funny. So if you come up on holidays, you're passing through far North Queensland and you stay at one of these little places on the beach that got coconut trees and all that, do this. You've got the kids, they'll love it. I'll remember it, eh? You can take that home, put it in the fridge. That'll last days in the fridge, and when you feel like a bit of coconut, get your bread and butter knife out, cut another wedge off, have a bit of coconut. So I'm going to sit back with Rafa now, chew on some coconut, wait for Roz to turn up. All right, catch you soon. Afternoon walk. Bloody, what a beautiful afternoon. Rozzy just came down, said good day. We had a cup of tea and spent the afternoon watching the first half of the Dolphins and Manly. Roz has gone home to watch it the second half. She was never going to come down and stay on this camping trip, guys, but anyway, it's good to see Roz. We'll be back home tomorrow. Anyway, we're going to go for a walk up to the mouth of Liverpool Creek. Excuse my shadow there, but yeah, just a beautiful afternoon, everyone. This is just a magnificent time of the year up here. It really is. Late August, September. Absolute cracking. When the rain's not around, it is beautiful. So we're going up to the mouth of Liverpool Creek. Used to be able to drive down here, you can't do it anymore. Cyclone Yasi bloody saw the end of that and washed a bit of the beach away, and they closed the four-wheel drive track, which used to be just up in there. Used to bring the old Toronto too down all the time and have a fish at the mouth of Liverpool Creek. And I never got all this before me YouTube days, guys, and I actually got onto a few fish down here too, but bloke said he saw a big croc in here this morning, the one that was cruising along the beach this morning. That's his home, Liverpool Creek, so there's a few of them in there. We'll go up and we'll show you, eh? One of the few beaches around where you can actually come down, collect some driftwood, which is absolutely everywhere. Have a bonfire on the beach. No one seems to do it. See a few indigenous families every now and then having a fire. If they cook a fish, they'll make a fire on the beach, do an old Brody Moss thing and cook him up on the beach. But yeah, there's no shortage of driftwood. That's not driftwood there, that's just erosion that's washing some of the trees into the ocean, which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? But yeah, plenty of driftwood around to start a fire with. I should have bought a second beer, I think. I think this is going to be more than a 1 beer walk. It's an example of all the driftwood that comes up, and I'll tell you what, it burns well too, some of that driftwood. Make a really good fire with it. Get the kids to go and collect a heap of driftwood and dig a big hole and get a beach fire going. This is in behind the beach, everyone. Low tide up in the mangroves, but tell me that ain't crocky. Holy dooly. You wouldn't want to go down there at high tide, let me tell you. Boy, oh boy. If it's high tide, I wouldn't be standing here, let me tell you. So we're just about out at the mouth of Liverpool Creek now, looking north towards the Bernard Islands. And this sand spit here, this used to be part of the four-wheel drive track. You could actually drive all the way down here on the top of the beach and out onto this sand spit. I've been out here for ages. Come on, Rafa. And you used to be able to come down right to the mouth, and it was pretty good fishing in here actually. I've caught a few fish in here back in the day. Yeah, I used to drive the old Terrano, old Terry Terrano, all the way down here. It's fantastic. It was spewing when they closed it down. You got to walk all the way now, but yeah, it was all. You can see people here bringing their quad bikes down and all that type of thing. Funny story for you. There's a barra farm not far from here. It flooded not long ago, start of the year. About 200,000 barra escaped out of the barra and all got into Liverpool Creek, and I reckon the fishing was amazing. But the pros have been in, netting them out and cleaned up apparently. So I've heard rumours that no pros are allowed to net in the rivers from 2027 onwards. So I think it's a good thing for the recreational fishermen. Some people will say that's going to be bad. It's going to make the price of fish and everything go up at the seafood shops and everything. But anyway, yeah, this is the mouth of Liverpool Creek. Not a bad little spot. And someone saw the big croc floating around in here this morning. Low tide of the morning, and down there, the next thing down is Bingle Bay, guys, to start a Mission Beach. Dunk Island and everything down there looking south. So the next, well, sorry, Curramine Beach and then Mission Beach. So yeah, there's places like this everywhere. Someone over there on a quad. What a good way to get around. Come down on the quad and go for a ride in the afternoon on the beach. I just stood on Rafa's tail. Dear oh dear. Anyway, time to head back. Rafa said, guess what everyone, I'm hot. Dad's brought me into the nice clear shallows here, just to cool down for the walk home. Mind bringing him in here where it's nice and shallow, but yeah, as soon as it gets a bit deeper, I'll just get right back from the beach. Morning everyone, Sunday morning, 6 o'clock. Almost coffee time, so I thought we'll come down and have a look at this. I've got some visitors. I'll show you in a minute. Look at that, beautiful. There's Rafa's next door neighbours. Oh wow. What a way to wake up, eh? Absolutely stunning. And you wouldn't believe who turned up last night, guys, on their way to Cooktown. The adventuring pals, Elvin, Eshlyn, Jaden and Jordan. So we'll say g'day to them. And don't you go near that water, doggies. I might go and make a coffee and come back down and watch the sunrise, I think. Don't get much better than that. There it comes, the giver of life, everyone. Coming up over the horizon for another cracking day here in North Queensland. You beauty. Amazing how quick it comes up when it starts coming up. I'll keep it on there for 20 seconds or so and show you how far it can. It'll probably be almost the full way up. I should be a weatherman. Oh, you sand gropers, you don't see that over there. You're always bragging about the sun going down over the ocean. Well, over here on the eastern states, she comes up over the ocean. A couple of minutes later, she's fully up. Guys, look who I caught up with last night. It's the adventuring pals. We're at Elvin, Eshlyn, Jaden and Jordan here, and boy have you been busy. Yeah. You have been all around the country, Western Australia, and my goodness, that Ranger, mate, you got about 60,000 up on it already. Yeah. They are doing some kilometres and on your way to Cooktown. Yeah. For a few weeks and that, and boys, you'll be looking forward to some fish up there. Yeah. Last time you were up there, you nailed it, didn't you?
Yeah,
cleaned up. Yeah, cleaned up off the Cooktown jetty there.
There was this big orange valley Jaden hooked on. Yeah. And then there was Queensland groups chasing after it. And then it the Queensland group leaped, and then Dad just yanked the rod, and the rod snapped, but we got the fish.
Got the fish. Got the fish. Snapped the rod, but got the fish. It was good. Mum was saying there's some massive Queensland groper under the wharf there at Cooktown, like the size of a car. So anyway, don't fall in, don't worry about the crocodiles, the groper will get you. Yeah. But good to see a couple of young lads here, everyone, that have been all around this country, Tasmania, Western Australia, Northern Territory. They've been everywhere. What a great way to be brought up and that, seeing this great country like this. But anyway, up to Cooktown, and then after that you'll be heading south. We'll catch up with the Adventuring Pals guys in Townsville. Yeah. When you're down there, we'll come down and say g'day and catch up for some fish and chips on the Strand or whatever. And boys, don't put me to shame. I don't mind you go, mate. Catch a few fish off that off the wharf there in Cooktown, and you'll have to put it up. And if you're not subscribed, guys, the Adventuring Pals. So Elvin and Eshlyn Pal, P-A-L, the Adventuring Pals, and that's exactly what you do. Yeah. Is they adventure around this great country, and if you're wondering how they do it at their age, well, they work their way around. They got professional jobs and everything. And
something happened to the GoPro.
No, it's still on. Believe it or not, it's still on. But anyway, we might go and something down there at Mission Beach. Yeah.
In the water here, mate.
Yeah, where everyone's down here on Crocodile Watch. Apparently, Here we go. Elvin's getting his drone up. Should get some good footage, mate, with that this morning.
I hope so.
Yeah.
See if I can find anything interesting in the water.
Yeah. Awesome salmon. Awesome.
If I find fish, I'm not going to say anything. I'll come back.
Anyway, guys, back from the beach. What a beautiful morning down there. It really was. Put this in my left hand so I can... Anyway, time to pack up. Only a little two-nighter. The weather was amazing. Just the best weather here at the moment. I wish it was like this a lot more of the year. But anyway, this is the dry season, and it's the cooler weather and beautiful warm days, cool nights. Got under a doona last night. So yeah, everything going well. The old box trailer's going all right. I had a bit of a mishap. I don't know if I've told you about that yet with it, but she's all good. Had the fire here. Sat around with Elvin and the family last night around the fire, had a good chat. And a report on the old Vevor Gazebo, guys. It went really well. There was no rain around, so I couldn't test it for its waterproofness, but I didn't have to put the walls on the outside. There was no rain around, so I just left it open. Threw the stretcher up inside, as you can see there. Me and Rafa slept on the stretcher. I'll pack that up in a minute. Just a great place to come in, and you know, just got a couple of Bunnings trunks there with some, you know, the kettle and all that type of stuff in there. Little Bunnings table, the King's Esky, and a pop-up rubbish bin. And there's my kitchen. Absolutely fantastic. Even Roz came down yesterday and saw it, and she went, yeah, that's good. If you're doing this type of camping, I certainly rate it. But anyway, time to pack up. That's always the worst part, eh? Get home. Might run a live feed around lunchtime today. It's only half an hour back to home from here. I got this on my doorstep. How lucky am I? Anyway, be good. Catch you later, everyone, and we'll see you again soon, eh? Take care.